Hello everyone, this is Lenny from Code with Lenny Len, and in this 7th tutorial we are going to now start building our game. This is creating our paddles. We know how to draw them, so we're going to create our paddles, and I also want us to fix all the hard coding that we've done. So for now, as you can see, our game has some numbers down here which I really don't like. It's not safe to do it this way, because if you needed to make a change, maybe like this, the ball size or the paddle movement, you are always going to have to add to this, and it's going to be almost impossible. It will be tedious work, and we are working at creating this to be as simple as possible. So do not worry, I'll show you how you can fix all these numbers. It's not safe to have them all like this. We can replace them with values or variables, just as we did with our colors. So in this tutorial we're going to start off with that, and you can remember I already showed you the basics of how to draw, and I hope you're good at that. So let's get started. So for our paddles, I'll just tweak this size. I'll want it to start at the X to be maybe 50 pixels away from the beginning. You can remember the origin 00 from the Cartesian plane, I hope you do. And this place will be maybe half of my screen size. That was to my screen height was 500. Now I'd like to change it to be maybe 250. Yeah, that's the half of it. And this is why I said we're going to replace this with variables, and I'll show you how easy our work will be with variables. So the size, maybe I want it to be 30 pixels wide by 100 pixels high, just to make it look like a paddle. So I'm just going to quickly save and run and check whether everything is okay. But I do expect a bug somewhere there. Oh, okay. As you can see, I expected a bug, but there's none. That's good. So there's our player paddle, and we can go straight on to the computer paddle just by copying what you've done and changing a bit of the coordinates. So I'll just copy all that, Control C in Windows, then Control V to paste. Then my player paddle, my computer paddle will be red, and 250 is the Y position. That's okay, the size is okay, but the X position has to change because we are moving away from the screen. If I pull out my Cartesian plane once more, this is where maybe 50 is. I do not want to put it at 50 again because it will collide with the player paddle, so I want to put it somewhere here, maybe 50 pixels away from the end, which is 600. So 600 minus 50 should give us 550, and we should put it somewhere there. The Y position shouldn't change. That's okay because we are just changing the height, but the position X has to. So if you're not good at math and you have to like calculate all this stuff, don't worry, you have calculator. You can just go to search and write calculator, and it should come up, and you should use it. You also have your phone or device maybe you can use, but don't worry, we're not going to do any hard complicated stuff. Some of the stuff maybe the computer is going to do for us, but as for now I said I'm going to put this at 550. Well, let's save and run. Wow, and as you can see, this has been successful. We have a player paddle and computer paddle, but one challenge, we can see that the computer paddle is a bit closer to the end, and this is because when I put it at 550, there was this extra 30, the player paddle size X, the computer paddle size X, sorry, and I did not account for that. So for me to do that, I'll have to also minus this 30 so that it appears to be away from the edge or the end of my screen. So I'll just do 520, that is minus the 30 to account for the position. But if you do not take too much keen interest in the positions, it's okay. So long as your game is up and running, I will not stress out. And as you can see, now we have the player paddle and computer paddle equal distances from the screen, and that's okay. The ball size is also okay, so I think we can get now to fixing the variables. So I just close out of this, and this is the goodness of Python. It's dynamic, and if you're wondering what is dynamic, what is static, dynamic, you don't have to write the, what do you call it, you don't have to write the variable type. Like in some languages, like maybe C++, you'll have to write int, maybe player paddle is equals to a certain number, and put semicolons. In Python, there are no semicolons. It is dynamic. You don't have to write all this variable types and something. So that's one score for Python. So we are going to start with the player paddle X, and this is the X position. Playpad X. I'm just going to name it that way. Playpad X will be at 50. Then the playpad Y. This will be at 250 as well. And the computer. So I'll just say comp pad X will be at 520 as we discussed earlier, and the comp pad Y will be at 250, and this 250 is just our screen size Y divided by 2. So to fix that again, I'll come here to our screen and say screen X will be equal to 600, and the screen underscore Y will be equal to 500. So I'll just come here and say screen underscore X and screen underscore Y. And that should substitute everything for us with that. So we come down here, and instead of writing this 250, we can say screen underscore Y divided by 2. So as you can see, the computer will do all the math for us, and we don't have to worry about doing some heavy tedious calculations if you worry about that. And just to finish up, I have to replace all this stuff with the new variables we've put, and this should be playpad X, playpad Y. Okay, I did not put the playpad position, the sizes, oh sorry, so maybe I'll create some space there. I'll just say play size, yeah, that's a bit better. Play size X is equals to 30, and play size underscore 94 underscore actually 100, and I can just copy this and paste it down there, and now I'll name it comp for computer, comp size X and Y. So I'll come here and say play size X, play size Y. And we should do the same for this. Compat X, compat Y, comp size X, comp size Y. Save and run. And as you can see, everything has run okay, and this is good. This has been replaced by our variable names, and that's okay. So let's quickly do it for the ball, and we shall just do it the same way. So all you have to remember is we're going to fix this in the next video. We're going to put ball X is equals to the position. It will be ball Y equal to its position, and ball radius equal to something of the sort. So all I needed us to do for now was to handle the paddles. The ball I'll do it in the next video, but you can figure it out yourself. It's way easy. You know how to replace all these values with the variables just as I showed you. And as we continue, you're now starting to see our game is going up well. In the next video, maybe I'll change my background color as I love gray. But hope you love our progress, and as always, thanks for watching.